Oh my God. Would you look at this view?
Wow.
So the first non-touristy thing you can do here in Sapa is go to the host Sapa Lake, and you might not believe me based on the background. But
This is the lake.
Here it is. But on a clear day, you get a view of the beautiful lake surrounded entirely by incredible mountains. It's very picturesque.
Thankfully, we were here yesterday when it was clear, so we can show you what that looked like. But it is equally as fun to see it foggy. I'll say I'm glad I saw it both ways, because now I know how beautiful it is, and it makes the fog a little bit more special. Because it is so beautiful, it is incredibly photographer friendly, or just Instagram friendly if you're walking around with your iPhone. A lot of people with selfie sticks. So you can just take a stroll. They have really beautiful gardens and flowers, and it seems like they're all season because we are here in the winter, and they're still very beautiful. And the best part about this is that it is free.
Unlike some photo spots that might be popular in the Sapa area. We're looking at you, Mona. Or Moana? I don't know. If that even is your real name. You usually laugh a lot more at that.
Oh my God.
So
you
I'm
can
like,
put that in at the end.
She really
You
laughs
normally
at a
laugh a lot more at that.
She does. She usually gets a big pop. I don't know what she's talking about. She's showing off for you guys. And maybe the best part about the lake is that it is right downtown, providing you a chance to either get food or go shopping or mix it up with the locals.
You do like it, very easy, but good for health.
So whether you find friends that are frog or human.
Hey, Froggy.
There's a big chance for you to meet somebody at Sapa Lake. Something to note about Sapa as well, you're gonna need a jacket.
Oh yeah. I mean, we're here in the winter, so it is cold, but I'm pretty sure it stays fairly cooler, much cooler than the rest of Vietnam year round.
Yeah, there's not a huge reputation for Vietnam being cold, and it is actually cold.
We're talking 40 degrees Fahrenheit.
I almost threw this away when we left Korea. I'm so glad I didn't. So the next thing that you could do, and you're gonna wanna do, is to get lost in the winding streets of Sapa town.
And it's very easy to get lost here, but you're not gonna get too lost. The streets are very winding, they go up and down all over the place, but the town itself is fairly small, so no matter where you go, you'll be able to really navigate in between your points of interest.
Sapa really has this like 3D video game map quality to it, where you can get lost around every corner, but also above and below you. It's like no other place I've ever been. It's very, very cool.
We're gonna put some point of interest on the screen for you, and if you just Google map in between them, you are sure to see some really cool things.
Especially this one that we have up on the screen now. Jesus. The craziest place to film. Especially this one that we have on the screen right now, because on a clear day you can see some awesome views of the because on a clear day you can see some awesome views of the lake below with the mountains behind it, and it puts you right next to Su Vegetarian Restaurant,
which is a must stop whether you are vegetarian, vegan, or not, because it is truly some of the best food that we have had since we landed in Asia. We've been here about 8 weeks, and I am still dreaming of it. We're going back today because I loved it so much.
One thing you're going to want to be mindful though on your walk is your feet actually walking, because I mean, like right on cue, there's a lot that you could step in.
If you spend any time in Hanoi, you will be very used to this, but when you are traversing up and down, you tend to kind of forget a little bit, and you know, when there's just a step missing or a big hole, just watch out for yourself.
Yes, the views are going to be very distracting, so take a stop if you want to take a look at that, because You're gonna want to mind where you're stepping. Now I know it doesn't look like much, but even in the fog, there's something like really cool about this.
It's so fun to experience because it's so thick. You actually feel it and you can breathe differently when it comes into, if that makes sense. It's thicker.
It's like you're like a fish underwater. But
Yeah.
It's like emulating the experience of being a fish underwater.
It's just such a cool experience. There's really nothing like it. It's it's literally disappearing in front of our eyes.
And it doesn't necessarily capture well on camera, but seeing everything like hauntingly through it, it's an experience all on its own.
It really is.
To show you we're really about that life, this is method. Okay, we're out here.
We're out here.
Last but not least, one of the best things that you could do that's non-touristy here in Sapa is to hit the streets and get some authentic Vietnamese food at night.
So while SU was our favorite restaurant here, there have been so many amazing restaurants to try, and honestly the food here in Sapa we have liked so much more than the food in Hanoi so far. For us, we found the food in Hanoi to be pretty bland, but up here one of the menu items actually said it uses mountain spices, and we feel that that's applied to all of the food. All of the food here in Sapa has just been so much more flavorful and spicy, not even like hot spicy, but like spicy, you know what I mean, than it has in the rest of Vietnam.
And all this extra flavor does not come at an extra cost. The prices have been so much cheaper compared to Hanoi. And we say to go out at night because Sapa town really comes alive at night, especially if you get this fog that we have here. Everything becomes incredibly cinematic. They have beautiful lights. Everything is just, it's just a great vibe in the city.
I've truly never in my life seen anything like this. And we just have been talking all day about how cinematic and how lively Sapa feels, because it's really unlike anything else, and I just can't drive that point home enough. It's really special here. The reason I think we like it here so much is that Vietnam as a country is chaotic. You can feel it the second you land, and Sapa is also chaotic. It does feel like classic Vietnam. However, there's something about Sapa, whether it's the big mountains or just the energy is toned down a little bit, that it really lets you take a deep breath and relax in a way that you can't in some of the bigger cities.
So that's gonna do it for our non-touristy guide to Sapa, Vietnam. Like this video, subscribe for more because we do have a lot more Vietnam stuff coming.
Wow.
Still a dizzying feeling, yeah. And we'll see you in the next one.
We'll see you in the next one. Bye.
It looks like somebody was about to climb out of the water and then was like disappeared.
The fog monster got them.